Welcome back. Well, most people make New Year's resolutions, but many don't end up keeping them. So we're going to talk about how you can stick with them, especially if you're setting goals for yourself. And now here's what we're talking about. We're talking to author and behavioral analyst Adam Heller. Good morning to you, Adam.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So interestingly, everybody seems, that's for me, I make the same resolution every year and I never stick with it. So how do we change that behavior pattern? Is it easy? Is it difficult? Can it be easy?
It's very easy. There's 4 musts
to
really accomplishing anything, whether it's a great 2015, a New Year's resolution, or anything else. The first is clarity. You've got to be really clear on what you want, because if you don't know what you want, the chances are you're not going to get it. Number 2, most important, motivation. Motivating ourselves is an art. There's 2 types of motivation. There's towards and away from. Away from is, I want to lose 15 pounds because I don't want to buy bigger clothes. I don't want to be all by myself. I don't want to have a heart attack. Towards is, I want to run the 10K. I want to look good. I want to feel good. I want to be a size 4. And the problem is, most of us only have one of those types of motivation. So if we don't want to have the heart attack and we don't want to have the bigger clothes, it'll get us started. But as soon as we start to lose a few pounds, we get further away from our motivation and we start eating again, and glop, 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 we go back.
Makes sense.
So clarity, motivation, use both of those. The third is to make a plan. A resolution is no different than any other project. If you were going to build a room, you'd make a plan. So if you want to lose 30 pounds, what are you going to eat? When are you going to exercise? Where are you going to exercise? Put those things on your calendar so they'll get done. And the fourth is just to observe and to make subtle changes as you go to make sure that you accomplish what you want to accomplish. And if you do those 4 things, those are the 4 keys to success in anything. Only 8% of people actually keep resolutions. If you follow those 4 things, there's almost no chance you won't.
Well, what about being realistic?
Being realistic is fantastic, but I'm a big fan of really shooting for the moon. I think the problem isn't setting your goals too high and not reaching them, it's setting them too low and reaching them. So shoot for the stars. Sure, be realistic. You're not going to lose 200 pounds this year, probably, but if you set a good goal and you really set the program around and you motivate yourself, you can accomplish much more than you probably believe.
How do you steer away from discouragement? I mean, sometimes it gets tough and you get discouraged on the way. I know you said maybe getting that plan in place, the towards, and but how do you, if you're not making it, if you're not cutting it, how do you keep going?
And those are the adjustments. That's why there's 2 types of motivation, because motivation is everything. So as long as you know what you're going towards, it's no different than anything else. If it isn't working, you make some subtle changes. If you've lost half the weight you wanted to lose, turn up the exercise a little bit. Do a little more. If you want to lose 5 strokes in your golf game, practice more. Take some lessons. Make adjustments. It's a long term. We're running marathons, not sprints. So make adjustments and you'll get there as long as you continue to motivate yourself.
Can you give us an example of some of the more impressive New Year's resolutions that you've seen that people have accomplished, and what they did right that you particularly like? Wow, you hit the nail on the head there.
Well, absolutely. Listen, I set my own, and last year my resolution was to double the number of people I can help with rapid life change and zero pain. Now, the year started out slowly. I wasn't making the progress that I wanted to make, so I looked at the process. How am I doing this? What are the things I'm doing? Made some adjustments, changed some marketing, changed the way I did a few things, and then I exceeded that as the year went on. I have people come to me that want to double their income. People that want to lose, 30, 40, 50 pounds, people that want to get off drugs, people that want to do better at all kinds of things, people that want to end their chronic pain. And the key is to set it up and monitor it. So if it isn't working, it's just a matter of adjustments. As long as you're motivated, you'll get there. So maybe it takes 6 months instead of 4 months, but as long as you keep motivating yourself, you'll get there almost every time. It's really easy.
And I like that. Part of adjusting is not giving up. So don't give up and adjust a little bit along the way. Very nice. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, well, we have a lot more to come here on Good Morning San Diego. So much has happened this year in politics, and there's no exception for San Diego. We'll be talking to radio host Mark Larson coming up and giving you this year's review. Stay with us.